Been a day.
Bad day. I'm sorry to hear that. Bad news bears.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, okay, let's do an uplifting. Let's see. Well, I'd have to go all the way to the other room to grab my cards. Maybe it's worth it. It's our laugh. Let me go grab it. I'll be right back. Okay. One thing I did want to share was that, I used to do the yoga in a formal sense with people in a setting, in a classroom, and that was like I felt that that was like how yoga should or whatever be done. And then like I never wanted to really do online trainings. It just kind of the world fell in that way during 2020 type time frame and it just stayed like that. And it became convenient. It became easier to deliver this information, but there was a point in this training where I was like, dude, I like really wish that I was in a room with y'all to do this with y'all to feel the vibration, especially with like a shruti box or a harmonium or just even your voices together in a room. It's like, people at studio don't like to participate in the chanting, at least whenever I'm doing, I just do it anyway. I feel like y'all were like down with it. And when you all have that vibration, it's just so powerful. And that's how Yogi Bhajan, and he's just a mortal man.
Hmm.
He goes to God. But I'm saying like people who are really strong teachers, they knew that and like used the group energy, the group vibration that you're all bringing to and we're doing it here in the astral is bringing our consciousness together for a unified purpose of, I don't know, universal peace, love, unconditional love. But like during these times, as you guys know, especially Jen, some of this, the content that you're posting, it's like, this is really fucked up that all of the shit that all of the prophets have talked about, like we're getting to see in our lifetime, which is like wild. Like really think about that. And that maybe we were all introduced to this shit 20 years ago, or I don't know if it's 20 years ago. You guys aren't even 20 years old though. But I mean, like literally like 10 years ago. And you learn this stuff enough to be like, hey, I have an interest in this. This is helping to heal myself. This could potentially help heal others, or like that they could find something from it, which is why you became a teacher in some sense. And it's like during these times when everything is changing, we don't have the infrastructure any longer. Like our training period is over, in other words, like where we can't just spend 5 hours chanting on like together in a room. Like I would love to do that, but it's like, Phoenix talking about I had a bad day. Like, yeah, exactly. So like that, could you go to a studio and fucking do the gong and do the Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 80 million times along with a bunch of Kriya? Like I would love to do that all day. Even if you had all the money in the world and all the financial freedom in the world, you still couldn't do that all day, just considering the state of where the earth is and what life is right now. So the point of what I'm saying is you have the technology now within you to be able to not only harness your own energy, but you're having to command energy around you to go in a direction that is hopefully for our greater good. So it's like much more macro now, I feel like in 2025 going into, I think we're going to see like some wild stuff. I don't know because it's just already been such a wild year. Like think about what's happened this year just on the world stage, like just the made up stuff on the world stage. It's like this is insanity. And then what's going on a micro level in your lives. It's like you're going to need to use this so that your internal condition is congruent to how we would like the world to be as opposed to what's happening right now. Okay, so I just wanted to do a card reading and then open it up. We'll start with Jen's Kriya and then move into Phoenix Kriya. So we'll pause maybe for 5 minutes in between. Oh my God, Phoenix, you are the director. Are you the director today?
I don't know.
Yes, you are the
You
director.
are.
You are the director. It doesn't, I know how you're feeling. I'm there in a place of just like everything is resisting against me, but I know you and you got to dig deep to basically squeeze Mulabunda and be like, I need to fucking awaken this. And in a sense, all yogis are warriors, in my opinion. Every single one of you, like every person that I've met, especially in this, is like, you have had to, with love, like fight through something. And I feel like that's what it's about. You got the trust the great mystery. Yeah, that's a really feminine vibe. I'm in such a masculine energy today. All right. So, did you want to share anything, Phoenix? This is a safe space if you wanted to share anything. I don't want to make you feel like you can't talk.
Um, I'm just really thankful for this space. I've been having a really hard time. Um, I've been on the verge of tears for every day for weeks, and
Oh my God, let it flow.
yeah, I mean, I'm, currently not driving my own car, and I just had like a small front end collision that's so it's not my car, um, which just kind of added on to everything and how I'm feeling, and it definitely is just like I'm really unhappy in my life. I'm unhappy with where I'm at in my life. I'm unhappy with what I'm doing. I'm like unhappy with where I like am like physically in my physical space, and so there's just a lot of and also like recovering from a really toxic relationship from the last 2 years. Yeah, just a lot of challenges, and a lot of instability and a lot of Uh, just I feel like I'm definitely being met with a lot of walls lately. So I'm just really grateful for all of you, being here in this space. So thanks. That's it.
Yeah, Phoenix, we got you. That is very tough to go through. Oh, I love that. Mona says you're being shown your power. You're supported.
I just want to say this is why we have these spaces, Phoenix, too, in these communities, so that we can borrow support from each other. You can borrow strength from us. You can borrow belief from us. Whatever you need you're supported. You are so fucking powerful. You are very rich. Very, very rich. You're supported. I just wanted to say that.
I love that. Thank you, Mona. You're an amazing coach and facilitator, and also Phoenix. Yes, your mindset is the most expensive asset that I have. My mindset is my most expensive asset. I said that today to someone. And that was like, maybe you needed to borrow that. But it's not even borrowing. It's like that's what we're reflecting you. We're like mirrors for you, the people that you've attracted, and you're healthy. So thanks for sharing. This is for Mona. You got Divine Destiny. It says Path of the Divine Warrior. Yeah, Shelly, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Warriorship. That sounds really hokey, but I do feel like I don't know, as a mother, we've had to fight so many. I feel like, I don't know, Jen, about you, but it's like, aren't you kind of scared to put your kids in school when you start seeing shit that's on TV? Or like if you see like headlines, it's like, this is wild. I talked to a teacher today in Southern California, a really nice area of California. She's a public school teacher. She went from ninth grade to sixth grade because she said she feared her life. Like, the fuck kind of gangsters are in your ninth grade English class? But she said, like, they pulled a gun on her, like, this crazy story. And it was just, and she, yeah, she wants to shift careers out of that because of that environment. And she's in Irvine, California, which is, it's a real abundant part of California. It's
Well,
not like Detroit.
I saw an article today where they were basically comparing like a prison bus and a school bus, and like they look exactly the same. And then they showed the prison cafeteria, and then they showed like an American school cafeteria. It looked exactly the same. They showed like the prison yard, the schoolyard, and they showed the lighting they use in like in prison to kind of like keep them under control, because lighting obviously like the different has it, and then it's the same lighting they use in school to keep your mind in this like controllable. And then it's like, they keep these kids with the blue light and they're sitting all day in this like class. And basically, as everything's uncovering that we're learning, it's like, wow, what really did happen in World War II? What really did happen? And it's like they're just
Right.
learning a bunch of manufactured information. No wonder they're crazy. Like,
Right.
they're basically in prison all day. I mean, if you're going to public school.
I know, I'm having like flashbacks of like fluorescent lighting and
Yeah. I can't even go into Walmart. You're gonna have to take the dog.
Walmart. Fuck. They don't have Walmart in West Palm Beach, do they?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh no, no judgment. But no, seriously though, because like people tweak out at Walmart because of their lighting.
The lighting, yeah.
Can't
People
go
have
back.
seizures. Yeah. I get migraines. I'm like, get me out of here. I've got about a 5-minute window.
Want to ever go to Walmart, y'all. Yeah, the kids are autistic, and Barbara Hand Clown and Barbara Marciniak, that alien shit that I used to listen to back in the day, like she talked about that. She predicted that. And it's the frequency, it's like all the electromagnetic waves and also their energies coming in as whatever, rainbow, indigo. Well, what's her name? Dolores Cannon talks about this, the third wave of volunteers. They're autistic. Yeah. Okay, let me move on with this. Here we go, Jen. Jen, spiritual calling. Yay, Jen.
Oh.
Yeah. You're like, I am a priestess. Yes.
Knew it.
You are really Pleiadian goddess energy. I've always like said that about you. Yeah, the spiritual calling is definitely the Kriyas. And then the turtle. Oh, you love turtles.
Yeah.
Turtle spirit. Slow and
Slow
steady.
and steady wins the race. Yeah.
Oh yeah, consistency. That's your gift. You are very.
And the first in like years, the first I think it's a leatherback, it's a leatherback sea turtle. It's the largest of all the sea turtles and one of the most endangered. But she just after like I don't know how many years of not like being on the beach, there was one that came on an island off the coast of Florida, so like a little island that Florida owns, and she just laid her eggs, and it's like a really, really, really big deal because I mean, these are like the memory keepers of
Yes.
the ocean. So that's huge. Sea
That
turtle
is
medicine
huge.
is amazing.
That is amazing. Love it. Great segue for Jen's Kriya. So I'm going to blow Jen up on here. Okay. Did you have music you wanted to play?
Yeah, I have music, but I have to play it because I'm gonna have to stop when we're doing certain like mantras or like I just gotta play it from here because I'm skipping all around the whole playlist.
Okay, cool. I'm really excited. I'm going to put myself on mute now.
All right, everybody. You ready? All right. So find your comfortable seat. And today we're going to do Kriya to clear subconscious samskaras and to illuminate the soul path. So just real quick, I kind of started going in this direction after everything that's been happening. And even a couple of weeks ago, Leia had said, like, you can be living in the same house as someone and be living in a totally different timeline and a totally different world. And a lot of this has to do with our subconscious and our samskaras that are kind of running our programs, whether we know it or not. And so today we're going to focus on clearing some of those. They can be very, very old, passed down generation, and just try to kind of get this clear insight. So we are projecting and using our heart energy and our frequency, and it's sending the right message to our brain so that when we are getting this information into our brain, we have a clear lens and we're not seeing the world through our traumas. So that's kind of what we're doing today. So let's find our comfortable seated position, nice straight spine, clear channel. Just rest the eyes, find them closed, let the shoulders melt away from the ears. And you can either take one hand or both hands in prayer at the heart, just something with your hands to touch your heart so we can shift our focus from our mind into our heart. Start to slow the breathing down, making the exhales longer than the inhales. Letting the energy settle. And on the next inhale, through the nose for 4, filling up the belly, 3, 2, 1, exhaling through the mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhaling through the nose for 4, 3, filling the belly with air, 2, outward expansion, 1, hold the belly full, hold the breath. This longer exhale triggers relaxation in the parasympathetic, so open the mouth and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With your hand touching your heart, think of one positive emotion. So as humans, we have the ability to send and harmonize our heart with our emotions. Most animals are reactive. Their environment can predict their emotion. We actually have the ability to send and harmonize our heart to a frequency. So that can be gratitude, that can be love, that can be compassion, whatever resonates with you today. Focus on that word to tune your heart. And we're going to set our intention today to clear the karmic residue and connect to our timeless truth. In today's class mantra I found and I really love, it's Ad Suk Jugad Suk I Be Suk Nanak Hosi Be Suk. It means true in the beginning, true throughout the ages, true now, and true forever. So with your hands at your heart, let's just start rubbing the palms together, gently open the eyes. We're going to tune in with 3 Adi mantras. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to those who have come before, the inner wisdom that resides within, and all those affected by my energy. Nice big inhale, fill it up. Exhale. Inhale, Om Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Again, big inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Release it out. Last one. Nice big inhale. Fill all the way up. Tongue to the roof of the mouth to get the medicine flowing. Om Namo Guru Namo. Release the hands down, lift up from the bottom of the shoulder blades. Nice big inhale, reach to the sky, spine is straight. Exhale, pull it down like a cactus. Reach the arms out in front, left palm in front of the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus, look over that left shoulder. Finding coherent movement here. So big circles, left palm over the right. Inhale, reach up. Puff the chest forward, hands behind the head. Exhale, cactus, look over the right shoulder. Find that circle. So we're making a circle with our arms. One more each direction. Inhale, arms straight, reach for the sky, fingertips spread. Exhale, look over the left. Find that circle. Pull the energy inward. Last one. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, looking over the right. Close the circuit, hands to the knees, head comes to neutral. Find your Sufi grind. Chest to the right, counterclockwise. As we move in this counterclockwise, we're unraveling what's been imprinted but not chosen. So counterclockwise, clearing what's imprinted but not chosen. You might not be aware of it. Releasing stuck emotions in the pelvis and in the navel center. This is our gut memory. So a lot of emotions can get stuck there. Just feel that loosening in the pelvis, the hips, first, the second chakra. This is actually 936 hertz we're listening to. So it activates the third eye, pineal, pituitary axis. One more this direction, find your clockwise. So clockwise, we're calling in what is true, what is chosen. Starting to activate the sacral pump. So this is our gut-brain axis. This is what controls our enteric nervous system. Two more in this direction. Start to slow your circles, find your center. Nice big inhale again. Reach the energy from the earth and just slowly pull it up like it's heavy, heavy, heavy. Grounding through the pelvic floor. So spine straight, core engaged, lifting the arms up from that core, that strength, that center of the body. Holding the arms up, spread the fingertips to the sky. So the base of the spine to the fingertips, one straight line using the core in 360 degrees to hold the arms. Start to squeeze the right oblique on the right side and just gently lean to the right. So this whole core is moving the body. Grip, 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 grip the right oblique. And once that left hip starts to lift, stop. Keep it grounded. So from that left hip all the way to the fingertips, stretch and ujjayi breaths into that side body. You might start shaking. And gently, gently, right forearm to the mat. and extend through that left side body. Ujjayi breaths here, fill up the base of the pelvic floor. One more breath here, nice big full inhale. And on the exhale, again, grip that right oblique and use that strength to lift the right arm off the ground, stretch straight to the sky. So this is all in your core here. We're warming up our sacral and our enteric nervous system. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, again, lean to the left. When you get to that point where you feel like your right hip wants to lift, stop and use the strength in your core to hold your body here. One more big deep breath, and on the exhale, grip that left oblique even harder and gently left forearm to the mat, right arm extends, Ujjayi breath. One more big deep breath here. On the inhale, fill it up. On the exhale, squeeze that left oblique really hard to lift the left arm off the mat. Arms extend to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Fingertips start to find your Sufi grind here with no support from the arms. So it's all in the core. So you're engaging Mula Bandha, you're engaging that Hara chakra right behind the belly button. There's 14 meridian points here, your interpersonal link between the first and the second chakra. A childhood foundational grounding memories housed here. Hold on tight. Switch directions clockwise. Arms straight up to the sky. Hands come into prayer, thumbs interlock. Nice big inhale, fill it up. And on the exhale, spine is straight, biceps to the ears, hinge at the hips, forward fold, using that core strength here. So don't just fall forward, use the belly to hold yourself up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift it up, straight spine. Use the belly. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift it up. We're gonna start here with some fire breath. So as fast as you can go, but maintain the integrity in your core here. So exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Keeping the biceps by the ears. Slight chin lock. We're here for 1 minute. Feel the stretch all the way into the lower back. Two more here, all the way up, all the way down. And on the second one, hold the forward fold. You can unbind the hands, palms to the floor, spread the shoulders out nice and wide. See if you can get the forehead to touch the mat. So you're going to have to round through the shoulder blades, round through the back. Stretch it out. We're going to do a lot of clearing in this posterior chain here behind the shoulder blades, where a lot of that past life karma is held. So breathe deep between the shoulder blades, behind the heart. Hold the belly button to the spine to find that rounding. 2 more big deep breaths here. 1 more. And just walk the hands back towards the body slowly, gently. And come to your all fours for your cat-cow. My thing is not working here. There we go. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Find a little wiggle. Find some movement. Loosen up the spine. So we're going to keep that belly button activation into the spine, that heart chakra. Hold in, slight engagement of the mula bandha, tops of the feet to the mat. So you want to keep the mind focused on that belly button engagement, but keep a little bit of looseness in the belly. So inhale, let it fall, look up. Exhale, push it away, round. Again, inhale, drop, look up. Exhale, push it away. We're going to start with our fire breath for 2 minutes. In cat-cow, you can go as slow or as fast as you want, but try to use the head engagement. If your neck doesn't bother you, because that's really going to help with the cerebral spinal fluid getting into the ventricles, 3rd and 4th of the brain. So exhale, nice and big and round. Inhale, release it out. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, fire breath, begin. This is stimulating the pituitary and the pineal gland. If you're able to incorporate the head movement. Spinal pumping, that cerebral spinal fluid. This is one of the most transmutable postures we use. If you're able to and it feels good, start to speed up the breath, speed up the movement. Using that spinal pump to really force the cerebral spinal fluid and the breath to charge the fluid. Keep the jaw relaxed, keep the neck loose. Don't tense it up through the shoulder blades. Let the head move freely. One more inhale on your next exhale. Hold the breath empty. Find the rounding. Engage the mula bandha. Let it integrate. Hold the breath empty. Chin lock to the chest. Release it out. Find either a child's pose or a puppy pose. Whatever it is, try to make contact, forehead to the mat. Deep breaths, let it integrate. Again, finding the breath between the shoulder blades in that karmic arc. One more breath here. Tuck the toes under and slowly find your down dog from wherever you're at. Lifting the tailbone to the sky. Heels to the mat. Start to find a gentle counterclockwise spiral. Switch directions clockwise. So in your down dog, we're gonna find our chin lock. So looking through your legs, chin is touching the chest if you can do it. Find a deep stretch in the back of the neck. This is gonna open up more room for the cerebral spinal fluid to flow into the brain. And we're gonna fire breath here with chin lock. So one big inhale. Exhale, release. Fire breath, 30 seconds, begin. Really pump that belly in, charging that cerebral spinal fluid. Five seconds, you got it. Inhale, fill it up. Apply the root lock. Apply the chin lock. Let the fluid flow downwards. Release the breath, release the root. Hold the chin lock. Inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. Find a balance between the hips so you're not hiking up that right leg. Use the glute to hold that leg up. So engage that kind of like smile line between the booty. Keep the chin locked and engage. Fire breath here. We're pumping through the liver meridian. Stay strong in the arms. Five more seconds. Inhale big. Raise the right leg higher. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Find your fire breath. Keep that chin locked. Five more seconds. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, open the right hip. Keep the chin locked. Release the right leg. Shift the energy right to left. Wiggle the hips out. Stay strong in the arms. I know they're going to get tired. You've got to do the left side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Find the balance between the hips. Don't hike the left leg up. Keep the chin locked. Begin fire breath, left side. Cleansing the kidneys. Five more seconds, you've got it. Keep up and you will be kept up. Inhale big. Lift the left leg higher. Exhale, knee to nose. Keep the chin locked. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to the nose. Five seconds, you've got it. Inhale big. Lift the left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Release it back to your downward facing dog. Find your seat, come back slowly. Find a comfortable, easy pose or half lotus. If you did half lotus with your right leg, you might want to try your left leg this time. Reach the arms behind and extend back. Nice big inhale, open that throat that we just had closed off for so long. Leading with the chin, exhale, fold forward. Maybe those arms can come up and over. Use gravity. Slow Ujjayi breaths here to integrate all the work we just did. Slowly come up using the core with the straight spine. We're going to come into our torso twists. So find your hands up onto your shoulders, fingers in front, thumbs behind. We're going to go for 2 minutes here. You can start slow if you want. That was a lot of fire breath that we just did. If you feel like getting right into the fire breath, you can. It's going to be inhale left, exhale right. This is going to mobilize the thoracic spine, stimulate the gallbladder and the liver meridian for kind of like an emotional detox. So let's just start slow and then you can kind of find your own pace. So inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. One more slow. Exhale right. Start to find your pace. Try to keep the gaze in alignment with the movement. If you feel dizzy, if you feel like it's not for you today, you can stay looking straight ahead. But we're trying to charge the spinal fluid and kind of move it around. Kind of let it come back down from all the inversion work we just did. One minute left. Really try to find the twist to release any tension in the muscles that are supporting the spine. Three, two, one. Release the hands to the knees. Just close the eyes, roll the shoulders out. Couple times backwards. Clearing out the cervical lymph, couple times forwards. Inhale, reach the shoulders, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, let it fall and vibrate. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fall. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fall. Start to find a circle with the neck. Try not to hold any tension, just let it free flow around. Switch directions. Right, we're gonna start our 5-minute HAR manifestation meditation. So find your Jupiter mound, kind of like a 4 at the heart, at the belly. You can do it up to the crown, to the belly, to the heart, to the belly, if you want to kind of come with that heart-brain resonance that we're working so hard on. Heart, heart, heart. Use the tongue to the roof of the mouth to wake up the creative centers of the brain, waking up your Dharma. So the moon mound and the Jupiter mound. Hud, 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 hud. Start to focus on what you're manifesting, what you're generating in your life, your prosperity, what you were born to do. Hud, 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 hud. If you want to start with the spinal flex as you're doing it, that can kind of help to send the energy up to the brain. Hud, 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 hud. We're actually activating neural pathways in the brain that open up opportunity. Hud, 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 hud. Releasing fear, releasing anything blocking you. Hud, 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 head, 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 head. We're 4 minutes in. We have 1 more minute. I know your arms are tired from what we just did. Take a break if you need it, but try to burn through this residual karma. Head, head through the shoulder blades. Head, 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 head. 15 seconds. Keep up and you will be kept up. Head, 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 head. Hands to the knees. We're going to finish out the last 2 minutes with spinal flex. Inhale forward. Head, 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 head. This is your spinal pump. We're moving the energy up. Focus on this Manipura chakra here. Head, lead with the chest. Head, 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 head. 20 seconds. Head, 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 head. 3, 2, 1. Find your Gyan Mudra. Back to the palms, to the knees. Close the eyes. Let it integrate. Focus on that manifestation that you're calling in. Send it up to the third eye. Project it out into the universe. It's yours for the taking. It's your birthright. It's what you came here to get. Anything less, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Press that pointer finger hard into the thumb. Hold the vision. The universe wants you to have it. You just have to believe it's already yours. Release your mudra. Find yourself on your belly. Forehead to the mat, palms are up. Just rock left and right to recalibrate. Let your nervous system switch back into rest and healing. Hands come right outside the ribs, right by the breastbone. We're gonna push up into a cobra. Nice big inhale. Exhale, push up. Open the throat, look to the sky. Don't hold any tension in the glutes. Let them relax. Push the pelvic bone down to the floor. Open up, expansion through the collarbone. Shine your heart to the sky. Big deep breaths here. Tuck the toes under, lift up from the tailbone. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale, send it through, low lunge. Untuck the left toes. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, both hands on the inside of the right leg. Find your lizard pose here. Right toes, find an opening if that feels good for your hips, and just wiggle it left and right here. If it feels good, come down onto the forearms. We're gonna find 1 minute fire breath. So nice big inhale. We're gonna try to send the breath all the way down to the belly, this time into the hips. Begin. Really try to relax that right hamstring to get deep into there. We're going to do both sides to prepare us for our malasana, a deep hip opening with some humming. So really try to open these hips. This is your chance to access deep, deep, deep into the pelvic floor. Ten seconds. Three, two, one. Inhale big. Hold the breath. Apply the root lock. Open that right hip. Peel it open like a can opener, maybe even on the outside blade of that right foot. Exhale, release it out. Walk it back. Tuck those left toes under. Right leg straight back to your downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Walk your dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Send it through, low lunge. Untuck the right toes, big inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, both hands on the inside of the left leg. Find your lizard here, so maybe send the left toes out on an angle. Sink deep into the psoas. Rock it out. And if you're ready and you did it on the right side, find your forearms. If not, you can stay on your palms. That's perfectly fine. Nice big inhale. Exhale, release it out. Seal the lips. Begin your fire breath. 10 seconds, you got it. Inhale big. Suspend the breath. Apply the root lock. Peel the left foot open. Big hip opener. Exhale, release the breath. Release the root lock. Coming onto the palms, find your malasana so you can just walk straight up with your right foot. I'm going to turn facing you guys. If you have a block, or I use a Pilates ball sometimes if my hips aren't open, if you need some support under there. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. Thumbs inside the ears, fingertips on the crown. So let's just take a little bit to tap the crown here on the scalp, activating our crown, soothing that HPA axis that can sometimes turn on our nervous system. Which this is like where our limbic system is. This is the trauma loop. This is where all of this resides. So in this malasana, we're going to go for 2 minutes of humming. So the fingers are going to stay in. The thumbs are going to stay in the ears. The fingertips are going to be on top of the scalp. And we're going to go for a 10-second hum, release, 10 seconds. So I'll lead it. You guys can just follow me. But this is good for increasing the nitric oxide in the blood. Actually, if you do 10 seconds for 2 minutes, it increases the nitric oxide by 1,400%. So that's gonna oxygenate the blood, send prana to the kidneys, increase the easy water. So nice big inhale. Release. Nice big inhale. Exhale, release. Nice big inhale. Exhale, release. Nice big inhale. Exhale, release. Nice big inhale. Release. 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 Release, 15 seconds. Release. Release. Release it out, fingertips, cupcake into the earth. Use the hand or the arms to open the knees, open the hips. Inhale big through the nose. Open the throat, exhale. Tongue out, lion's breath. Inhale big, open the throat. Exhale, tongue out, lion's breath. Those big gray smokes of ancestral trauma, release it out. Inhale big. Get it out, roar it out. 2 more. Last one, big. Picture that smoke coming out of your mouth. If you can, just sit right back onto the booty. Hug the body in a nice tight ball, hovering the feet, forehead to the knees. Just breathe here, letting it all integrate. Notice any sensations in the body, any tingling, anything that's popping up, let it bubble up. And we're gonna burn it out now. So inhale, find your boat, just 1 minute here. Lay back. Exhale, bring it in. So like a low boat, high boat. Inhale. Exhale in. You've got 1 minute. We're going to incorporate sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. I am truth. Truth is my identity. Burning out your center. Build the fire right here. Find your truth. "20 seconds, you've got it. The strength of the group is pulling us through. 10 more seconds. Sat, nam, sat. Last one. Hold the knees in. One more round. Inhale, extend, sat, find your breath. Exhale, knees in, nam, begin. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat. Focus on that belly button, those 14 meridian points of interpersonal identity. Burn through anything that doesn't belong to you. Nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. 20 seconds. Set, nam, set, nam, set, nam, set, nam, nam. 5, nam, set, nam, set. Woo! Relax it out. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Slowly roll it back, 1 vertebra at a time, all the way onto the back. Hugging the knees into the chest. Keep the hug onto that left knee. Extend the right leg straight out. And extend the left arm up over the head. Big deep breaths into that right psoas. Now on the next exhale, find your spinal twist. Right hand guides that left knee over to the right side. Just keep the left arm reaching straight up over the head. Find the stretch in that armpit area. Release with the right hand. Both knees come back. Or sorry, just release with the right hand. Bring the left knee back to center. Right arm comes up. And then just open the hip with the left arm. So just kind of gently open that left hip. Back to center, hugging both knees in again. Extend the left leg straight, hugging the right in. Right arm up above the head. Find that stretch in the right armpit and gently guide the right knee over to the left side. Find your spinal twist. Come back to center. Switch the arms out. Right arm opens. The right knee. Deep breaths into that inner right hip. Bring it back to center, hugging the knees in one more time. Extend the legs straight up to the sky. Shake it out. We're just going to lower both legs at the same time using that core strength, no thuds. Just slowly lower it down. And since Phoenix is going to go next, I won't do the yoga nidra and all of that. We'll just roll on to the right side. And find a seated position to close our practice. Finding our hands in prayer at heart, we'll all do a collective Om to seal our practice. Nice big inhale. Om. Namaste, yogis. Thank you. I had a lot more, but we were like, I'm at 45 minutes, but I don't know when I started this because I have two timers going.
It was exactly an hour.
Oh, it was?
Because I think we started at 46. I was keeping track.
Okay, good.
Amazing. That was so amazing. My arms hurt really bad though.
So do mine. I had this like hard thing, and I'm like, I can't even hold my arms up anymore, so we're not doing that.
That was so killer. Did the group want to comment first or give some feedback first?
Yeah, that was amazing, Jen. Your flow was so good. Like everything felt so seamless and it just seamlessly tied one into the other. And while I can't remember what it was that which one we were doing, but there was a point where I was like, yeah, this is totally Jen's calling. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
There was definitely a point where I'm like, Jen was meant to do this. And like, just your way of teaching and your way of blending in the like the science that you know with this. I was really present. So I just thought it was really well put together. I thought, I mean, you could have fooled me. I had no idea that you were going to do other things. I mean, your ability to tie everything in and then to call upon the knowledge that you have and also weave that in seamlessly without it being distracting or taking away from the practice was really great.
Thank you.
Awesome feedback.
I loved it. There was a couple points where I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because I was like tapping out. I would like stop and look at the screen. I was like, "Wait, are we really doing this right now? This is crazy." But I'm impressed with myself. Thank you. Um, on what Phoenix said, your ability to seamlessly weave in what's happening on a biological level in a way that's educational and puts it into perspective so that you can just have that intention, right? And I had the thought go through my head. I was like, this is like $100 class. I was thinking, and then I was like, kind of thought for a second, I was like, how much would I pay for this class? Like, you could charge $50 a head for a class like this. I mean, that was just a part of my thought process. But anyway, um, I fucking love it. It was amazing.
Thank you.
So
For real, you are really like the Denise Austin of yoga. I feel you know Denise Austin.
Yeah.
She's a goat. Anyway, she's like an 80s aerobics instructor that's like still really bomb looking. Like she looks amazing and she's like all about yoga and health. But yeah, I really love the way, I mean, obviously that was put together. It's like the challenge level is so, it like really challenges me. Like I wish I could take that class every day because like I was telling you, I feel like Pilates is not very difficult. I like the challenge. But then there's also like a ease to it. And when you're sprinkling in the information like about the nitric oxide, that was like the perfect time because we weren't like busy doing something that it's like, like it was like a pause where I actually like thought about that. And then I feel like I made a lot of connections during that. I was also very present and yeah, just think very highly of your skill set, the integration periods. Yeah, I agree. The integration periods were great. Like just perfect amount of pauses and that was just really well thought out, which I always appreciate strategy, like as far as just understanding a female's body, our hormones, the different aspects of the 14 meridians, like that's a huge piece of that Kriya. And I feel like that's what made me get it. And not slap off during that one. And yeah, you've just come so far, I feel like, as far as it feels so natural. You're not like forcing it. It doesn't feel forced. I feel like sometimes maybe I took your booty classes, so it was like you're like yelling in them, so that's sort of the gen I'm used to. This is a lot softer. I feel like very refined and just yeah, truly your calling.
Thank you.
Yeah, just to second what Leia said about and Mona, like your when you put in the information, whether it was conscious or not, you have, I think it really speaks to the things like what you know and the way in which you know it, and that like it just already is something that you do, right? Like we can plan, it's kind of, you can tell when somebody plans to say something at a specific time, but none of this felt, Yeah, it felt very natural. And again, yeah, the integration periods were awesome. Like you said the right things at exactly the right time. And even too, like with the 14 meridian points, I was like, oh, and that also made me work harder. And I'm like, wow, I really want to focus on that. And I just was very present in the class because of the things that you were saying and when you were putting them in, and then the way that you were saying them. And it felt encouraging. It was challenging, but it was a challenge that also it was like, oh, this person teaching believes in me and believes in every one of us here. And so, who am I to not believe in myself? And it was like, I don't know, I've taken classes from other people before where I don't feel like that. And I kind of like want to slack off because I'm like, it's clear this person doesn't want to be here. But just the way that you are present in your teaching is really encouraging.
Thank you.
Yeah, and another thing when Phoenix was talking that kind of lit a bulb was like, you talk a lot about the core of what Kundalini is, which is identity and also belief-based barriers, like subconscious barriers. And those two frameworks are what's necessary in order to actually have a breakthrough. That we're doing a physical practice. We've been doing this for a long time. So I feel like we've kind of all gone through our individual personal transformations, at least one, two, or three of them, while we've known each other. Or even if you all didn't know each other beforehand, you've been through something. I mean, your name is Phoenix. So it's like when we're working through it in the body, we're not like consciously doing that. I feel like Jen taps into the subconscious piece of it that's like the basis of what makes Kundalini effective. And I think that that was a theme for you throughout like the sadhanas. I heard it a lot about, and it would like remind me of like, okay, this is what we're doing. When I'm in my head all day, it drops me into the bones of the body. I feel like the DNA codes, a lot of the stuff you're talking about as far as releasing ancestral karmas, generational karmas, karmic loops, karmic soul ties. I don't know what else you've mentioned in these things. Like, I feel like that should be something you keep doing, or like I'm encouraging that you continue on with that because that's like the core, I think the essence of like what a transformation is for people, which is what we're doing. We're not just doing an exercise. Denise Austin is amazing, but she's only working on the physical level. You have gone layers deeper without having to do talk therapy or, a framework, which is amazing.
I just think it's like everything that's going on in the world, and it made me just realize, like, I think, like we've all been talking, like there is this good versus evil thing. And then I think there is that, but I think the other thing that's going on is the good people sometimes do bad things, or they what because of this programming. It's like sometimes I'm like talking to people and I'm like, how could you think this? Or like, how stupid are you? And then I'm like, it's like they grew up with this, or like this was passed down to them, and like they have to come come through it, like you
Yeah.
said, like you can be living with someone who's seeing the world totally different, and you're like, I mean, how do you not see through this bullshit? But they can't because they have their
Yeah.
programming. And it's like you need to get rid of the programming, and you need to get back to like you. And that's what's like the heart brain thing. Like if you're seeing through your brain is getting things through a lens that's a program that you don't even know you're running, you're never going to get to what you came here to do because you're running on somebody else's program that's not even yours.
Lizard program. When
Lizard program.
Unagi, that's like in my DNA. I'm like, oh my God, because I feel like I might be like a reptilian. I don't know. I don't even know if that's real. I don't know if that's even real. So who knows? Anyways, we could go off on that forever. That was amazing. That was the deep end. Amazing job. So proud. I just really love how you've evolved. I think it's just your essence. I don't know that it's a teaching thing. I really feel like it's just you and like some of the things that you've gone through and realized and been enlightened us. Like I've learned a lot in this. I did know some of the things you talk about. It's just I don't think about that every day.
Well, I mean, if it's Kundalini, I learned it from you. So, I mean, you know it.
I
Like,
know it. I don't know that I'm like in it every day like that though. So it's really nice to be reminded, because we got to stay sharp. Like we're protecting children, you know what I mean? Like it's a
yeah.
totally role in life, and to live during this is fucking crazy. So, okay, awesome job, Jen. I will write a formal, I need like 24 hours to kind of do the administrative piece of all of this. So we'll take like five. How long is yours, Phoenix? Like a half? Are you thinking like a half hour?
I mean, mine's definitely an hour
Is
long.
it? Okay. All right. Well, I want to turn it over to the group because that would put us at 10 o'clock. So the first option is that we just stay on and do it. The second option is that you guys could fall off if you need to. Like, I'm not going to force somebody to stay on past what we've agreed upon.
Yeah.
And then I'll just keep the recording going. And then the third option is like we could reschedule it for another time. It's really up to the group.
Yeah. I also don't know if I could even go past 8:30 because I have another early morning. Um,
Okay.
so I don't know how people feel about like I'm prepared to do it tonight, but I just don't know how people feel about doing it next week. It just sucks with like the way that things are like my working schedules.
Yeah, next Tuesday. I
Yeah.
mean, like you guys, if you have something planned, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't supposed to go past this week. I'm okay with you, not being here for that. Obviously, we would want to honor Phoenix. So it's optional for the rest of the group, but I'm good with next week.
I'm good for next Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. I was gonna keep it as like a rolling thing anyway. Because I need, like I told you guys, I needed to create that content and I like this space, and
My arms are killing
I
me.
know I'm kind of like really tired from that too. So this might work out really nicely.
It's like shaking.
I did start shaking during the was it the one-legged dog like movement thing? That was really hard. I haven't done that in
That's
a long
hard.
time. But it felt good. Like I think I really. So what I'm going to do is all of the administrative piece. So you guys should have everything that you need as far as like administratively, a certificate of completion, feedback form. You can use it as testimonials on a website, anywhere you want to use it in any form. If you need it in a different form than what I'll submit it, just ask and I'll get it done. And then we will meet again next week at the same time. Can you do the same time, Phoenix? Is
Same
that
time, yeah.
okay? Awesome. Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much.
Now you might be up all night. Sorry.
Why you're like energized? I'm tired.
I'm like,
Felt so good. All right, y'all.
all
Well,
right.
hang in there. Awesome
Thanks,
job.
guys.